Welcome to another Replay Guy Hooray channel, otherwise known as the ARG channel. Well, we are back for Game 2 in the championship series between the 1998 Phillies and the 1998 Yankees. Game 1 was played a couple days ago, and it was just a complete blowout by the Yankees as they beat the Phillies 19-2 to take a 1-0 lead in the series. Tonight, or actually we're playing during the day here, very unusual, but the opportunity came up and we're going to get this game in during the day. So, with the Yankees up 1-0 in the series, Game 2 will be played again at Yankee Stadium 1. It's a grass field, normal to right-handed batters and semi-small for the left-handed batters. In the pregame rolls, there were no issues for the Phillies. And today, the pitcher for the Yankees, Wells, will be happy until further notice. And Rivera is flash until further notice. He picked that up in Game 1. Wells picking up his quality in the pregame role for this game. The umpires tonight, or should I say today, will be Kosk behind the plate and semi-respected. First base will be Danley. He is lenient. Second base will be Meals. He is respected and semi-lenient. Third base, Brinkman, semi-strict, semi-questionable. The Phillies will be semi-dissonant for today's game, and the Yankees will be harmony. Leading off for the Phillies will be Glanville, and he's the designated cold batter. He'll be playing center field. Left fielder Jeffries batting second. Scott Rowland, the third baseman, batting third. Rico Brogna, first base, batting cleanup. Lieberthal, the catcher, batting fifth. Abreu, batting ninth. Batting sixth and playing right field. Lewis, batting seventh and playing second base. Relaford, the designated hot batter, at short. He's the eighth batter, and the DH is Estelella. On the mound will be Curt Schilling. For the Yankees, it'll be Knobloch playing second base leading off, followed by Jeter at short. O'Neill batting third in right field, and he is a designated cold batter. Bernie Williams in center, batting cleanup. Tino Martinez, the designated hot batter, batting fifth. He had 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in Game 1. The DH will be Strawberry. Seventh batter will be Curtis. In the eighth slot will be Posada, and he's behind the plate. Barosius at third base rounds out the hitting lineup. And on the mound for the Yankees would be David Wells. So we are expecting, hopefully, a pitcher's duel here with Schilling and Wells. Phillies looking to rebound from that 19-2 blasting by the Yankees. And we are ready for Game 2. First roll of the game is a 1-5-6. Is Glanville a whiffer? He is not a whiffer. And we are going to go to outfield drama here on the first batter of the game. And it's a 2-6. Is the center fielder stoic? Bernie Williams is not stoic. And he is going to make the play in center field, fly out, and 1 out. Next batter will be Jeffries. It's a 2-4-5. Is Jeffries a hero? Well, he's a semi-hero. Did not get the decided eye, and he will hop out to second base. 2 down, and with Scott Rowland's at bat, we are going to the player experience column, or chart. 3-4. Is he a prospect batter? He is a semi-prospect, did not get the decider die, and he is going to ground out to first base unassisted. That will end it for the Phillies. They did not score. And the Yankees coming to bat. The bottom of the first. Knobloch steps in to face Schilling. 2-6-6. Is he a leadoff batter? He is the leadoff batter, and Knobloch leads the game off for the Yankees with a base hit to right field. And the Yankees looking to pick up where they left off the other night in that 19-2 win. Have the leadoff batter on, and up comes Jeter. And it's a 3-3-6, ace or dynamic on the mound. Schilling is neither one of those. Sad sack, utility, or patient by Jeter. No, and that is a single to center field. And that is going to send Knobloch over to third base. So runners on the corners as the Yankees pick up right where they left off. Schilling now has given up 2 hits to the first 2 batters. That will bring up Paul O'Neill, the designated Cole batter. 3-5-5, struggler or gilded. He is not. Is O'Neill a champion batter? No, and he will ground out to second base, and that will be a fielder's choice. They get Jeter at second, but Knobloch will score on the play. The Yankees take a 1-0 lead. The Phillies were looking to get a double play there and did not get it, and the run scores. So with 1 out, Bernie Williams comes up, and the Yankees lead 1-0. 2-4-6, controlled pitcher. Schilling is a controlled pitcher, and he will ground out back to the mound. Schilling throws to the second baseman for out number 2. Bernie Williams on first with the fielder's choice. And here is the batter of the game last game. It's the hot hitter, Tino Martinez. He had 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. 2-2-5. Star pitcher. Schilling is a semi-star. He picked up the decided eye, and that will be a ground out to first to end the inning. We have played 1 inning here at the stadium. The Yankees lead 1-0. Top of the second, Rico Brogna coming up. 4-4-6, star pitcher. Wells is a semi-star. He got the decider die, and that's going to be a ground out to second base. 1 out. David Wells looking pretty good out there. He's had a good tournament. Lieberthal coming up. 1-1-5. Is he fresh? He is fresh. And he will pop out too short. 2 down. And that will bring up Bobby Abreu, the right fielder. A 1-6-6. And is he a whiffer? Is a semi-whiffer. The decided eye says yes. And strikeout number 1 for David Wells to win the inning. And we go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Yankees. Strawberry coming up, leading off for the Yankees here in the bottom of the second. A 1-3-5, and that is the ballpark chart. Strawberry, the left-hander, so it's left field plays semi-small. Yankee Stadium plays semi-small for left-handed batters. It's a 3-5. Is it a big ballpark? No. It is going to be a home run. Darryl Strawberry uses a short right field and hits a blast to right field, and the Yankees now lead 2-0. They are off and running. 19 runs in game one, and here they are with 2 runs already here in the second inning. That will bring up Curtis. And a 1-3-3. Is Curtis a slugger? He is not, and that will be a fly out to left. Deep to left field. Had he been a slugger, it would have been out of here. So Schilling is not really on his game at this point. He'll face Posada. A 3-5-5. Posada a champion. He is not, and he is going to ground out to second. 2 outs. And that will bring up Brosius, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. 1-2-6, and he's going to line out to second base to end the inning. So the leadoff homer by Strawberry is the only run. But at the end of 2, the Yankees lead 2-0. Okay, Lewis leading off here against David Wells. And we have a 1-3-5, and we are going to go to the umpire chart with the bases empty. 1-2. Do we have a strict umpire at second base? We do not, and that is going to be a leadoff double for Lewis. The first hit and base runner for the Phillies. And with no outs, a runner on second. Relaford, the designated hot batter for this game. 2-4-5. Is he a hero? Relaford is not a hero, and he will pop out to second. 1 out. And with that, Estrella will go to the player experience chart. And it's a 1-2 icon batter. He is not an icon batter, and he is going to strike out. Strikeout number 2 for Wells. 2 outs, and we are going to the Baseball Now chart for Glanville. Glanville 0 for 1. 4-4. And the batter steps out of the batter's box and then is walked. So Glanville takes a walk, and with 2 outs, the Phillies have runners on first and second, and Jeffrey's coming up. Phillies trying to get back in this game. 2-6-6, and the runner gets picked off of first. Glanville, not sure where he was going, gets picked off, and that ends the inning for the Phillies. No runs. It was their first hit and a walk. 1 man left on, and we go to the bottom of the third. New York Yankees leading 2-0. Leading off in the third inning, Chuck Knobloch. He singled in the first and scored on O'Neill's fielder's choice. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. We have no iron catchers in this game. Knobloch does not have a good eye, and Knobloch strikes out. Schilling picks up his first strikeout of the game. 1 out. Jeter coming up. He also singled in the first inning. 3-5-5. Is he a champion? He is a semi-champion. The decided die says yes, and he is going to double to left field. Jeter hit one hard into the gap, and nobody could get to it. Jeter stands up at second base, so the stand-up double. And that was the fourth hit for the Yankees. Paul O'Neill coming up. He had a fielder's choice in the first inning and knocked in a run on that fielder's choice. 2-3-5 is not Wild. Eager. Is O'Neill eager? He is not, and he is going to ground out to second base. 2 outs. Jeter moves over to third. That will bring up Bernie Williams, who was 0 for 1. He had a fielder's choice. A 1-3-6. Is he an ace? He is not. Whiffer or cold? No. And we're going to go to the infield drama chart. 1-2 is the shortstop iron. The shortstop is Relaford, and he is not iron. And it would have been a two-base error if he was a iron. Otherwise, he makes a one-base error. So a bobble by Relaford scores another run for the Yankees. And just like that, it is 3-0. Schilling thought he was out of the inning, sees the error resulting in another run, and the Yankees lead 3-0 with 2 outs. Martinez coming up. 2-6-6. And he will fly out to right field to end the inning. But the Yankees score another run. And at the end of 3, New York leads 3-0. Okay, top of the fourth, leading off for the Phillies will be Jeffrey. He popped out to second base, his first at bat. 1-3-6. Is he an ace? David Wells is not an ace. Whiffer or cold? Jeffries, neither one of those, and we will have infield drama. And on that, it's a 1-3. It's a third baseman iron. Brosius is semi-gold. And that will be a routine grounder to Brosius over to Martinez for out number 1. Stepping into the batter's box, Scott Rowland grounded out to first base unassisted. Gets looked at bat, and it is a 3-4-4 prospect. Pitcher, Wells is not a prospect pitcher. Is Rowland patient? He's semi-patient, and he got the decider die, and Scott Rowland will walk. So with 1 out, Phillies have a runner at first, and Rico Brogna coming up. And that's a 2-5-6. Champion or patient for Brogna? He is neither one of those, and we will go to infield drama. 4-6 is the shortstop gold. Jeter is not gold, and that is going to be an error on Jeter. So both shortstops in this game have made errors. And with 1 out, the Phillies have runners on first and second for Lieberthal. Lieberthal with a home run in game 1. And oops, I should have gone to the. Let me just check this again. Yes, Yes, I should have gone to the player experience chart now, so we'll re-roll here for Lieberthal. And it's a 2-4. Is he a hot batter? He is reading the wrong chart. Baseball right now. We need to be in the player experience chart. Let's try this again. Icon batter for Lieberthal. He is not, and he is going to ground out to short. I'll get the runner at second base, and there'll be a fielder's choice for Lieberthal. 2 outs and runners on first and third. Abreu coming up. And we have 3, 4, 5. And we do not have any eye and catcher. Good eye. Does Abreu have a good eye? He does not. And David Wells picks up strikeout number 3. His second strikeout of Abreu. And there were no runs scored. 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Yankees up 3-0. Strawberry leading off here in the fourth inning. In the second inning, he led off and hit a home run to deep right field. And this time we've got 1-3-3. Is Strawberry a slugger? No, he's a home run king, and that will be a fly out to left. Had he been a slugger, it would have been another home run. But this time, just a deep fly ball to left field. 1 out. That brings up Curtis. And a 1-4-5, and he will ground out to third base for out number 2. And 2-2-6, and Posada gets plunked. Schilling hits him off the elbow. Posada shakes it off, gets down to first base, and kind of looks at Schilling, and Schilling just ignores him. And with 2 out, that'll bring up Rosius. And that's a 1-4-5. He is not a struggler, and that is a ground out to third. And that is the first inning that the Yankees do not score in this game. We've played 4, 3-0, New York. Go to the top of the fifth, and it'll be Lewis. Lewis led off the third with a double, and that's the only hit the Phillies have today. Lewis, a 1-2-2. And is he a champ or a whiffer? He's a semi-whiffer. The decided eye says yes, and actually that's a good result. And he is going to nub a single up the first baseline. So Lewis picks up his second hit of the game, second hit for the Phillies. And the leadoff runner is on again here in the fifth inning against David Wells. Relaford, designated hot batter. 1-1-3, ace or dynamic. Wells is semi-dynamic, but he did not get the decided eye. Slugger. Relaford is certainly not a slugger. And he's going to single to center field. And let's just make sure he's not a sad sack, or we know he's not a home run king. Not a sad sack, so it is going to be another single for the Phillies. Runners on first and second as they try to mount a rally here. Wells facing Estrella, who struck out his first time up. 3-6-6, pinch hitter, no, and that would be a fly out to center field. 1 out. That'll bring up Glanville. Glanville 0 for 1 with a walk. 2, 3, 5. Is he eager? He is semi-eager. The decided die says yes, and that is a single to just past the shortstop. And the bases are loaded. 3 consecutive singles here. David Wells in a little bit of trouble here. Bases loaded and 1 out. That will bring up Jeffries, 0 for 2. 3, 4, 5. No iron catcher. Does he have a good eye? Jeffries has a semi good eye, and it'll be a check swing ball. So we are going to go to the umpire mini chart with the bases loaded. It should be interesting. It's a 2-5. Questionable umpire at first base. No, Danley is lenient. And the batter is going to be ruled safe on an infield single. That is going to score the first run for the Phillies here, and the bases remain loaded. And we have Scott Rowland coming up 0 for 1 with a walk. It is now a 3-1 game. The Phillies looking to do more damage here in the top of the fifth. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2, 3, 6. DB control or dynamic? Wells is DB control, and just what the doctor ordered. He is going to make the play at home plate for out number 2. Rowland reaches on a fielder's choice, and then the next batter, Brogner, rounds out to short, and that ends the inning. A big threat goes by the board. The Phillies do score a run, and at the end of 4.5, it's the Yankees 3, the Phillies 1. Phillies with a big opportunity there, and the DB control comes in handy for David Wells in that inning. Big out in this game. All right, bottom of the fifth. Knobloch 1 for 2. A run scored, leading off. In fact, this is the third time he's been the leadoff batter. As the leadoff batter, you don't see that happen very often. And here we go. 2, 4, 6. Control pitcher. Schilling is control, and it's a bouncer right back to Schilling, and he makes the play. 1 out. Derek Jeter up. He is singled and doubled, scored a run. 1, 4, 6. His Schilling flash. He's still fresh, so he becomes DB Flash, and he will strike out Jeter. And he is going to strike out Paul O'Neill. So he gets the DB Flash, and Schilling gets out of the inning again with no runs. And at the end of 5, 3-1, Schilling has settled down in the last couple of innings. Meanwhile, David Wells has struggled. He's only given up 1 run. He's had 6 base runners in the last 2 innings, but only 1 run has scored. Go to the top of the 6th. Both pitches will be semi-fresh for the next 2 innings. It's in this tournament. 5 fresh for the first 5, and then semi-fresh for the next 2. Lieberthal leading off, and it's a 1-4-4. Is he flash? David Wells is flash, and that will be a strikeout. We do have to look at the umpire. Questionable or lenient? No, so it will remain a strikeout. 1 out. Up comes Abreu. Abreu has struck out twice today. 0 for 2. 1 for 4, and again he will strike out. So Abreu with the hat trick. David Wells, 2 strikeouts this inning. He has now got 2, 3, 5 strikeouts in the game. And that will bring up Lewis, who has doubled and singled and scored a run. 2 for 2. 115. Is he fresh? He is semi fresh. Did not get the decider die. Home run king or sad sack. And that will be no. And he is going to double the left field. So Lewis picks up his second double of the game, his third hit of the game. And with 2 outs, the Phillies have a runner in scoring position. And that will bring up Relaford, who is 1 for 2. He's a designated hot batter. 1 for 6. Is he flash? Yes, it's going to be a strikeout unless Relaford has a good eye, and he does not. David Wells strikes out the side in the 6th, and we go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-1 New York. Schilling comes out for his inning here in the 6th inning. Schilling has 3 strikeouts in this game. Thought we'd see a few more strikeouts, but neither pitcher really has their best stuff today. Williams 0 for 2 comes up, and it's a 2 for 6 control pitcher. Schilling is control, and it's a bouncer right back to the mound for out number 1. We'll bring up Tino Martinez, who is 0 for 2 today. A 1-2-5. Is Tino patient? He is not, and he will ground out to third. Quickly, 2 outs here in the 6th. Up comes Strawberry, 1 for 2. Home run back in the 2nd. And are they the same? Strawberry, a left-hander? No, so it's going to be a base hit for Strawberry down the first baseline. So with 2 outs, the Yankees have a runner on first. And that will bring up Curtis, who is 0 for 2. 1-2-2. Is he a workman? No. Champ or whiffer for Curtis? He is neither one of those, and he will line out hard to third base to end the inning. And at the end of 6 innings, New York Yankees have a 3-1 lead over the Phillies. Go to the top of the 7th for Wells. He will be semi-fresh this inning, as will Schilling. Estrella 0 for 2. A 1-2-4. Is he a control pitcher? Wells is BB control, and that is going to get Estrella to ground out to short, and Glanville will ground out to short, and quickly 2 outs for the Phillies here in the 7th. That will bring up Jeffries, who is 1 for 3, an RBI single back in the 5th. 1-4-5. And that is another ground out to third base. No runs, no hits, no errors, and quickly David Wells is out of it. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 Yankees. Yankees scored single runs in the first, second, and third innings. And Schilling has settled down, and the Phillies added a run in the 5th. And that's where we stand, 3-1. Bottom of the order, Posada, 0 for 1. He got hit by Schilling back in the 4th inning. 4-4-6. Schilling a star, well, he's a semi-star. Did not get the decided eye. And that is going to be a base hit for Posada. Little revenge there by Posada after getting hit back in the fourth inning, and that'll bring up Brosius 0 for 2. And that is a 2-4-5. Is he a hero? Brosius is a hero, and that's going to be a single to left field. Another base hit. So the Yankees have something going here with no outs and Knobloch coming up 1 for 3. And let's see, is Knobloch is a right-handed batter, and he is going to strike out. So a big out by Schilling. It's the second time Knobloch has struck out in this game. So with one out, then we bring up Jeter, who is 2 for 3. 2-4-6, control pitcher. Schilling is a control pitcher, and that is a bouncer back to the mound. He spins, throws out Brosius at second. Jeter will be on with a fielder's choice, and Posada will move over to third. And there are two outs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. O'Neill coming up 0 for 3. He does have an RBI back in the first inning. 2-4-4. Is O'Neill a champion? He is not, and he will ground out to short. So Schilling gives up 2 hits in the seventh inning, but gets out of it. And at the end of 7, it is 3-1 Yankees. And for Wells, that's going to be it for him. And coming in for the Yankees is going to be Graham Lloyd. Lloyd is a left-handed batter, and his qualities are unbelievable. He's an ace, he's a star, semi-flash, DB control, semi-dynamic. So he will come in and pitch here in the eighth inning. Roland leading off, 0 for 2. 1-1-2. Is he flash? Graham Lloyd is semi-flash. He got the decided eye, and it's a strikeout. Roland does not have a good eye, so Graham Lloyd picks up the strikeout. 1 out. That'll bring up Rico Brogna. And that is triple twos. Is he a sad sack? He is not. And that is going to be a double to center field. So Rico Brogna with a double. And with 1 out, we will go to the team chemistry chart. Phillies are semi-dissonant. 1, 2. It's a batting team dissonant. Well, they're semi. They got the decided eye, and it's a Paul strike 3 on Lieberthal. And that is out number 2. And that will bring up Abreu, who is 0 for 3. He has struck out 3 times. A 1-3-4 gold catcher. Posada is semi-gold. The decided eye says yes. And Abreu is going to strike out for the 4th time in the game. Graham Lloyd strikes the side out in the 8th. And the Yankees take a 3-1 lead to the bottom of the 8th. Abreu with the golden sombrero. Not something you want to brag about. All right, bottom of the eighth, and the Phillies will be going to a new pitcher. And that pitcher is going to be Jerry Spradlin. Spradlin is a right-hander. He's a semi-star, flash, and control. He faces Bernie Williams here in the bottom of the eighth. 2-6-6. Is he a leadoff batter? He is the leadoff batter, and Bernie Williams with a base hit. And we go to Tino Martinez, who is over 3 this game after hitting 2 home runs and knocking in 6 in the first game. Has cooled off here. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Yes. And that's a strikeout. Martinez now 0 for 4 on the day. 1 out. That brings up Darryl Strawberry. 2 for 3, a homer, and a single. 1-3-4. Gold catcher? No. Is he a champion? Strawberry is not a champion, and we've got outfield drama. And it's a 5-6. Is the left fielder iron? Well, the left fielder is Jeffries. He's semi-gold. And he is going to make the catch of the looping line drive. And that is 2 outs. And that'll bring up Curtis with the runner on first. Curtis 0 for 3. 2-5-6. Champion or patient? He is neither one of them. We have an infield drama coming up. 1-2, shortstop iron. No, it's not going to be a 2-base error, but it's going to be another bobble, and Curtis is going to reach on the second error by Relaford in this game. And both shortstops have had some problems today. Relaford is second error, and Jeter with an error for the Yankees. So the shortstops having a little bit of trouble out in the field. With 2 outs, runners on first and second. And that will bring up Posada, who is 1 for 2 and hit by a pitch. 2-4-6. Control pitcher. Spradlin is control, and that bounces it back to the mound to end the inning. The Yankees do not score. And at the end of 8, Yankees take a 3-1 lead to the ninth inning. And Mariano Rivera will be coming on in the ninth. Remember, Rivera is flash till further notice. He was semi-flash quality. He's a full flash, so he's an ace, flash, control, and semi-dynamic. He's actually going to be a double ace for the first batter, Lewis. Lewis is 3 for 3, 2 doubles, a single, and has scored the only run for the Phillies. 2-6-6, and it's a leadoff batter, and that's a base hit by Lewis. His 4th hit of the game. He is 4 for 4, batting in the 7th spot. And that brings up Relaford, who is 1 for 3. He is the designated hot batter. Rivera with the pitch. And it's a 3-4-5. Iron catcher, no. Posada is semi-gold. Good eye. Relaford does not have a good eye, and Rivera strikes him out. 1 out. And we will go to the Baseball Now chart for Estalella, who is 0 for 3. And it's a 1-2 hot batter. He is not a hot batter. And that is going to be a ground out to short. Flips over to second. And with 2 outs now, Glanville will come up to face Rivera. Glanville is 1 for 3. He has walked and he has singled. Rivera looking to put the Yankees up 2-0 in this series. And it's a 1-1-6. And he strikes him out to end the ball game. And the Yankees have taken a 3-1 win and a 2-0 lead in the series. The Yankees with 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The Phillies 1 run, 8 hits, and 2 errors. The Yankees scored a single run in the first 3 innings off of Schilling, and that was all they needed, as they got good pitching from David Wells, who only gave up 1 run in the 5th inning. Schilling settled down after that first 3 innings, but the Phillies' offense, once again, um, could not do anything. 2 runs in game 1, and now 1 game here in game number 2. So the 1998 Yankees win the game 3-1. David Wells gets the win, Rivera with the save, and Schilling with the loss. And that will be it for the first 2 games here at Yankee Stadium. The next 3 games will be on the road, and that will be at Veterans Stadium, where the Phillies are down 2-0. Now remember, the Phillies were down 2-0 against the Houston Astros and came back and won the next 3 to get to this championship round. So the Phillies, even though their backs are against the wall, are now going home for 3 games, and they'll be looking to get back into this series. Once again, the final 3-1 New York Yankees from 1998 over the 1998 Phillies. I want to thank everybody for watching, and make sure you hit that subscribe button or the like button, and we'll see you. That'll be it from Yankee Stadium, the final again, 3-1. Thanks for watching. Bye.